was kind of a cool clip for y'all. We got Cali's RSX Type S next to the purple truck. I am so excited to see this car come together. I think these cars look so cool next to each other. Just a color contrast between, especially when the sun is out anyway, because this has a really nice green metallic flake to it. And eventually, once we get that jade green wing up on the back of this car, whoo, it's gonna look so good. Then we'll have to lower it down, find her some wheels, all those kinds of things. But in time, this car is really gonna come together. It's gonna be so cool. So I just like driving clips like this because this is just the start of this build, you know? We're almost done all the maintenance stuff. Exterior wise, the only thing we've done so far is the fog lights, but we have picked up that new wing. She's just got to get the smaller wing for the rear so we can put that big wing on there, and these are going to look so cool next to each other. They do right now, but they're going to look really cool next to each other in the future. Well, it's late at night and we have something exciting going on. Cali is retiring. These are like your first ever license plates, huh? Yeah. Of your first ever car. So she is retiring these plates with some pretty cool plates. I'm going to slap these on and then I'll show you guys what we got going on. But we just got some little 10mm bolts back here on the bumper. It is freezing out here, but was too excited to not change these out because they are going to look sick on Cali's car. So here is a little before of the plates. These ones are pretty old, a little beat up. That's okay. And I'll show you the after. And bam, Cali got the DC5 Loon plate. Looks sick on the car, real different. Show you guys it in the daytime. It's freezing out here, but wanted to show you that we are still doing little small things, but it's those small details that matter. Here's a good daytime look at the DC5 plates on Cali's car. So if you're taking pictures of it right now, like the best time too. That was cool, that whole scenery over there. I'll show you a clip of what was going on back there. But the tugboat is so sick. I love Maine. Look at this thing. Look at them plates. That looks so sick. It is cold out here, and we need to get back in the car because I'm freezing. Well, we are out here now, and as you can see, it is snowing today. The snow has finally let up just enough where I think I might try to attempt to get to the smaller wing on the car. So we got to come back here, and we got to clear this thing off so you guys can see the wing. But we got this factory deck lid trunk spoiler that needs to come off. That way we can get the smaller one on. That way we can put our A-Spec wing on the car. Alrighty, it's finally stopped snowing. It's been about an hour. So hopefully everything will defrost on the windows and stuff while it runs. And I'm going to try to clean up this trunk best I can. And we are going to probably open up the hatch and at least remove some of the trim to get to this deck lid. This is legit how bad the ice is right now. It's just on there. So hoping to get this all cleaned up. I don't know what I'm going to do for the trunk lid yet to get this snow off, but hopefully if we just brush it off, hopefully the sun will take its course and kind of help us thaw the car. But nice thing for you guys don't have to deal with this. Hopefully you guys just get to hop right into the install. All right, it is now looking like a car again. We got all that ice up there. Once it came off the windows, and I think with the exception of the car running too, the sun beaming down, all the snow kind of just started to fall right off the car, which was awesome. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. We can get this hatch open, and now we got to remove the plastic trim for right here to get to the spoiler. We are in the car right now. It looks like we got a little clip right here. We got to take a flathead screwdriver, pop the clip, pull the pin, do the same on this side. There is a Phillips head screw up in there, and I imagine there might be something behind this. I'm just trying to figure out how to pull that out. Looks like there's a handle you can just kind of grab and pull just like that. Sweet. And I don't know, maybe that's it. Maybe it's just those three things, and I'm sure there's going to be some clips holding it in that we have to pull off. I'm not sure. I might also have to remove this trim as well. I don't know how that comes out just yet, but probably pulls off all the same, especially if you don't see any clips. Like I said, these clips are real easy. You just take them, turn, and you can pull them right out. Beautiful. And now we just got our Phillips head screw up there, which I probably need to go get another screwdriver for. All right, we got to remove the side trim on this pillar. So we're gonna take this little cap. Pliers are probably a little aggressive. I just don't have big enough nails to get to it. There we go. We're gonna remove this cap and take out this Phillips head screw. I believe once that is out, we can take the pillar and pull it away from the metal hatch and it'll come right out. You could use some pry tools, but I think you can just pull it just the same. Just be careful. So now I've gotten both out. There we go. Just pulls right off. A little aggressive trying to do it one-handed to show you guys, but regardless, that piece is off. And then I believe after that, the hatch, this plastic thing pulls straight down once you remove these top clips. So there's one here. There's supposed to be one here. One's missing. There's one up here. This one was broken. There should be, yes. One's missing. So someone's been in here before. Actually insane. I literally just grabbed it, pulled it right down after removing these top clips, and the panel just came right off. So that's awesome. So now what we're gonna do is, I believe right behind these little plastic caps, there are gonna be some, what I'm going to imagine is 10mm bolts to get to the wing. And then there's a couple of plastic tabs. We should be able to see them somewhere in here. I have not done this before though. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just remove those 10mm bolts that hold in the factory ducktail. So we got one here, or the deck spoiler, whatever you want to call it. And then we will see if there's any plastic clips holding it in. So we're gonna get a nice little tool to pop these little plastic caps off. Probably just use my flathead screwdriver. So I just took a couple before clips that you guys will see after I get this removed and we get the new deck lid on. But what's really cool is I love the rear of this car with that DC5 plate. I think that just really, really ties this thing together. I think the footage of the DC5 plate going on will be at the beginning of this video anyway, but it just looks so good. I love it. That sun beaming down too right now. Everything looks great right now. But we are going to get back into getting this off. So actually, interesting enough, it's actually a nut that holds the factory deck lid spoiler on there. It seems like the 8mm was the move. So hopefully we can get that nut off of there. It's kind of a bummer that it is a stud. I was hoping to reuse the bolts, but that is okay. Now we just got to break off the other 8mm. All right, so we've removed the bolts, and if you look right up in here, you'll see we got a little black square up there. There's probably 3 to 5, I'm not too sure, we will know once I get it off, of these little squares that just need to be pinched and then pushed up. And that way I can remove the plastic clips to get the lid spoiler off. So now there's a little 3M tape holding this down. We've gotten all the clips out. Hopefully none of them re-stick. Oh, there you go. I guess it just pops out. Maybe there's no 3M tape like I thought. It's just got to get that clip a little bit better, I guess. But it's getting there. We're almost there. Almost have it off. Let's take a look and see which clip it is stuck on. It looks to be right here. It must have re-clipped in when I opened the trunk. So as you can see, oh, actually, who knows? There's a small chance I could have missed one too. Could actually just be, yeah, I think there's some sort of tape because this thing is fully loose. All right, we've got our wing on the ground. I know where I messed up now. It's okay. Things happen. These things happen. There is actually some white clips on the side. They broke, obviously. I figured it was getting stuck on that stud. I was surprised to see they put another clip. It makes sense. But in some of the tutorials I watched, I didn't pick up on that. But it's okay. I can show you guys where on the car all these clips are. So as you can see, I mean, you saw the holes. There is supposedly one square one way over there. Maybe to get at it, you're supposed to pop these off. Or maybe you can try to get at it from here. It's pretty tough. But there was one up here like I showed you. There is one on each side of the third eye brake light, as you can see. And then, you know, same thing. You can see the square hole with the light shining through. So that leads us to our next situation. The wing sits on top of that factory spoiler. So the reason we had to get another deck lid spoiler is because it's going to be a little shorter. Now, what I'm going to do is just going to clean this up the best I can with some car care products and a couple microfibers. So what we're going to do is get this all cleaned up and get our new deck lid on there. So I'll see you guys once I get this all cleaned out. Well, I have wiped this off. It is not going to be crazy. You can really tell the difference. It's actually really funny, like I said, like how green this car really was. And now it's got a little bit more of a gold as the sun's kind of taking its toll on it over the years. But this is a really pretty green. I really love this color. It's Jade Green Metallic, and it just fades from a green to a gold when you see it in the sun. But yeah, this is really pretty. I'm not too worried about the debris line though. You could maybe blend it a little bit. We don't have the tools to buff this in. I mean, like I said, you can tell it's just an older car, so it comes with it. But at some point, Callie does plan to get some things resprayed, or maybe the whole car painted. The back bumper's got some clear coat failure, just things like that. I mean, again, it's an old car. What we are going to do is we need these holes right here to bolt in our new ducktail. So that is going to be black right now. And the nice thing about Callie already needing to get things resprayed is we are going to temporarily leave this black. That way, when it's time to paint the car, she can just get that sprayed with it. So it'll be really simple. It's actually kind of crazy. This ducktail is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. It just barely covers up those square holes on the side. Like I said, I didn't know those were even there. I do have a solution for that to help prevent water from leaking in. And we have some tape we are going to put on each of these holes. Now, I actually decided to make the decision to tape the top and the bottom. I figured the top will actually be a little bit more effective. I don't think it's going to raise the wing at all. I thought the tape was a lot thicker, so we've gotten all of our squares cut out. Pretty adhesive tape just to help waterproof the car. And there's going to be 3M tape on the new duckbill. So I'm going to go find some bolts for that duckbill and finish taping up the holes on the underside, and we will be able to bolt up that small duckbill. So I got some pretty low profile 10mm bolts. As you can see, these holes aren't very deep. Hoping these will work out. This wings fitment might be a little interesting being aftermarket. So we'll see how it goes up there. I'm just gonna try to bolt it down now though. And if it bolts good, then we'll add our 3M tape to kind of help keep it stuck to the middle of the lid, because there's no plastic clips in the middle to help it this time. As you can see that nut just barely. It'll stretch over a little bit more. I just gotta put a little more pressure down, but unfortunately, I am going to have to remove the spoiler and cheat both of these holes just a little bit towards the center, and then I have to take my measurements and make sure this thing is perfectly centered. But yeah, it doesn't fit perfect. Figured that was going to happen. You can see like how much smaller this one is though, especially by where the other wing sat before. So we get all this room, but this will allow us to bolt down our new aftermarket A-Spec wing. All right, we have cheated both the holes just a little bit, so you can see it's on a circular. It kind of comes out a little bit more. That should give us enough space to bolt down our wing. But as there is raw metal here now, I have a little bit of touch-up paint I am going to put on there, let dry, and then we are going to bolt it down. That way, this doesn't corrode and rust. And just like that, we can see our nut there. We move over to the other side, and we can see it there. So we are all set to go. We've gotten our rust preventative up in place. So I just got to figure out how I want to run my 3M tape on this. I think I don't know. I'll probably run a nice rectangle of 3M tape all around the outside. I'll kind of stick it down. That way I can see the holes with the nuts, kind of line them up. And then what I'll do is just make sure the wing is perfectly centered. It might have a little bit of play on each side, so I just want to make sure it is perfect. And then we'll stick it down and we'll tighten it up, and that should be the duckbill installed. And then next is the actual wing, which I got sitting on the bends, but I don't know if I have enough time. I only got about an hour to do so, so let's get to it. Well, there is our tape all set up on here. Now all I got to do is peel off that tape, get it centered, and bolt it down where it needs to be. I'm so excited. The little wing is on the back now. Now, this isn't the exciting part. That is. And we are just about to test fit that wing. Now, what I believe is supposed to happen, this is where things get a little tricky. So I bought some bolts at the store for this wing because I guess we thought this was OEM. I learned after that OEM has studs that come out. So, a little nervous here, but what we got to do is actually drill into the lid. Now, I believe the centers of these two circles are where we would drill through to get it so we can mount our new A-Spec wing. Now, I've ran the tape all around this. It's actually pretty nice out at this point. Still in a jacket, so maybe a little cold for the 3M tape, but this is all right. It's in primer right now. Like I said, it'll get painted eventually, but the whole premise was to get the big wing on for now. This wing won't be that bad to take off in the future once we need to, but probably for the rest of the car season, it'll probably be black, and that's okay. It's small, not a big deal. The big thing is we went down to Lawrence, Mass to pick up this wing because it is Jade Green. Now, I am really excited. We are just going to test fit it up on there just for fun, just to get an idea of roughly what this wing would look like. So, that is the wing. So I'm excited. We just got to get up there, drill our holes. It'll sit far a little further forward, I believe. But what I got to do is actually make sure that the holes on the bottom of this, and as far as length apart from each other, and then length from left to right, match up with the circles underneath the car in that lid like I just showed you. So that is my next mission, is we're gonna pop this back open and get to working on that. So everything is measured up. These are just about 3.5 inches apart. Same with the car, and as far as length, it lined up as well. The only thing I wish we did get is some new gaskets for the wing. It's not going to be the end of the world that we don't have any right now. We can always get some later from Honda, but we just don't have them right now. So that's okay. I do have new bolts for it, like I said, so I am going to do the scary part and get to drilling. I'm going to put some masking tape right up here to protect the paint from any hot shavings or anything like that. So I don't know, I'll grab my drill bit and just start sending it. Okay, we've just drilled out the center of both of those holes. My drill bit was fresh, brand new, and it just ate through like nothing. It was actually really awesome how smooth that went. So now we got to put the wing up there and bolt it down, and these should be correct because I measured them out. So measure twice, cut once, boys. You don't want to mess this one up. Sorry I didn't film me drilling through. There wasn't much excitement there. Just got my drill and pulled it down, went right through, right at the center. That's pretty much it there. But we're gonna have to take some rust preventative and put it in these holes once I clean them up. So I just got a bolt just in there right now, but look at that. The hole lines up so well. I guess it's hard to see on camera, but it is there. It lines up so good. This one lines up so well too. This one I cleaned up real quick. It was pretty nasty. I gotta clean up the top of the trunk lid too, just where the holes are, make it nice and smooth. And we still got to paint everything, but we are, dude, look at this. This is so crazy. We are so close to having this wing on. And we do know it has some flaws and stuff. Again, this will get resprayed with the rest of the car. It's a little dirty too, just from being moved around so much. But it being Jade Green is just the coolest part nonetheless. I love it. This is going to be so cool. Callie's going to be so excited to see this. I can't wait to get this thing on there. So there we are. We got our holes in place now. They're nice and clean. I got to add that rust preventative like primer stuff I got, and we're just going to bolt it down after that. So I'm going to do that, let it dry, and we'll come right back out. So I try my best to make these how-to videos as like descriptive as I can, but I am only one person when I film these. So I'm gonna take the wing, I'm gonna put it on the lid. You guys saw me test fit it, and I'm literally just gonna start tightening down the bolts. I mean, there's not much more to it than that. You can see we've gotten our holes. Like I said, I got the primer / paint, rust preventative in place, and we are going to send it. I don't know if it came over through the top. No, everything's looking great. I'm excited, man. This is gonna be so cool. I'm so excited to see this on the car. You guys have no idea. This is like a video I've been so excited to make. So here we go. Well, here we are. I got my bolts started. Look at this. They're going in nice and easy. I love it. Not a lot of play either. The wing's not moving all around. This one I'm going to have to pull the wing just a little bit. They want you to kind of, it seems like you just got to kind of put a little tension on it just to keep it flat and straight. But it is going in great right now. So really excited about that. Yo, I'm so excited about this right now. We've been talking about her getting one of these A-Spec style wings ever since she got the car. It was actually kind of a downside, is that the car didn't have an A-Spec wing. I don't know if they offered this wing in 05 and 06. If you know, let me know. I know this Jade Green color was introduced in 05 and 06, and it may have only been Type S specific as well. So if you couldn't get the A-Spec wing like this with this color, that makes it a little bit cooler that we had to go find one that was paint matched or paint matched ourselves. We just got lucky that this one came up on Marketplace, and was kind of the reason why we went out to Lawrence, Mass to grab it so fast, because we're over in Southern Maine. So not too bad of a drive, but it was definitely worth grabbing. Now I'm just kind of tightening these all up very slowly, one at a time, kind of crisscrossing, just making sure that everything is going down the way it should, and it does look like it. Like I said, we will probably venture out to get a new gasket in the future, in the near future, but it'll be super easy to replace because we just have to unbolt the wing and bolt it back up now. I mean, this thing is going on very, very well, though. So I'm going to keep tightening this up, and I'll see you guys after. And bam, there we are, guys. Callie has not seen it yet, so I think I'm going to try to film her initial reaction when she comes outside. I have to still apply the interior trim pieces. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that because it's pretty simple. There's only a couple pieces, but I am so excited to see this wing on the car. Now let's get you that before and after clip. It's on. Doesn't it look sick? Like most unfocused camera ever. Dude, it's on there. What do you think? I love it. I think it's so sick. Literally on there. This took a good minute to get on. This was a challenge. You don't see too much of the residue from before. You could see, I wish I grabbed you to show you, the green underneath this was so green. Like your car looks so much more gold because of like just paint fade from over the years. But the wing is on there. So that is the biggest thing. It looks so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Man, I like, this is so cool. I love it. I said I'd film your initial reaction. I know you're about to head out of here, so we'll get a clip of the car driving off. But that is how we applied the A-Spec wing to an 06 RSX Type S, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see some more content on the car. Peace out.